What's up, pals? This is Debbie from the Pigeon Pack. You know, if you haven't watched any of our videos before or you're not subscribed, please make sure you do, because we will be posting more things like this, tour related, music related, really anything that piques our interest. But we will always relate it back to music. But today we're gonna be making a tour snack. One of our favorite snacks really right now at the moment is a healthy snack of roasted chickpeas. Before we get into what this video is really about, check out my shirt. I have this friend named Ian Tushis who makes these really cool shirts, makes really cool comics, and really good prints. He has great detailed art, as you can see. So please check him out at Tushis on Instagram. Now, we made these chickpeas from dried chickpeas, but you can always just buy it from a can. But because they were dried, we actually had to start with a long soak. So now what a long soak is overnight we put our chickpeas in water and have basically helped them rehydrate. So now that they're rehydrated, they pretty much tripled in size, honestly. It's pretty insane. Now that that's done, we're going to have to dump out the water and put in some new water and then simmer it for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Now, of course, all these instructions you can find on YouTube or Google it. But we will link the website that we got it off of. All right, now that we did that, I feel like adding salt. I did that once before and it kind of tasted pretty good. So we're just gonna add some salt in here, give it a little more flavor. I mean, I'm sure you can add other stuff to the water. Garlic powder, onion powder, I don't know. I've never tried it, but if you do try it, let us know in the comments. Now we're gonna bring this to a boil. So I'm gonna leave it on high for now, and then once it starts boiling, we're gonna bring it down to a simmer and then leave it there for about 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how tender you want the chickpeas before you roast them. I know this sounds counterintuitive, honestly, I don't really get it, but I have done it without the long soak before, and the chickpeas come out kind of, I don't know how to explain, like, Eamon, how would you explain?
Hard,
not like a crispy crunch, it's more like an undercooked chickpea. I think once we get it fully rehydrated, once we get it fully cooked and tender, there'll be more air in the chickpea. That's what I'm assuming. And then once we roast them, we'll get a nice crispy, you know, like airy texture instead of whatever nonsense we did before. All right, it seems like I almost overfilled this. It's getting pretty starchy, just like cooking mac and cheese or something. So it's getting foamy at the top. We're gonna lower here, bring it to a simmer. All right, so now I made sure to check the ultimate guide to cooking dried chickpeas, and apparently you should add the salt about 30 minutes after 30 minutes to the end of the cooking. I don't know how to talk. So now that we have a simmer here, we're gonna leave it closed, but also slightly ajar. The more steam comes out, it'll make it better. Let's say you're not doing roasted chickpeas, it breaks apart the chickpeas much better, makes them more tender, so that you could do like hummus or something. But I feel like the breaking apart texture is what we're looking for this type of roasted chickpea. So because I also put in the salt too early, it's gonna be a little more tough than it should be. See ya in 1.5 to 2 hours. All right, we're back. It's been about 1:30, probably a little over that, maybe like 1:40. We're gonna turn this off, check it out. I mean, I guess let's try one, right? That's really hot, I'm worried. Oh, that's good. Well, it's quite soft, I'll tell you what. All right, now we're gonna drain these. We have a little toaster oven, which I would normally do this on, but I read another recipe that recommends mostly in an oven on a baking sheet and putting them in a 1-layer type thing. Now I can't do that in the toaster oven because it's very small, so I figured this would be better. Now that they're out, we should probably dry them. It'll make it better when it comes to roasting them to make it more crispy. Merry Christmas. All right, so we're gonna dry it off a little bit before we throw it in the oven. I did not set the oven on, so here we go. I'm preheating it to 400 degrees. Again, we will link all these recipes below so that you have them. It's hot! By the way, I didn't mention before, but you can actually do this with beans. Really, what's your favorite bean? Pinto, black, whatever. You can do the same thing. You can roast them and use it as a snack. So if you want us to make a video doing that, please let me know. I'll be happy to do it because I also wanted to try it already. I just haven't got the chance. This recipe said don't skimp on the olive oil, so I'm gonna grab our olive oil. You know what? I'm gonna use my spray. It's a pump. Alright, we're gonna put some olive oil on. And really this is where, well, not now, but this is where you get more creative. You can really season it however you want. Right now we're just gonna do olive oil and salt. But once we get to about like 30 minutes, or they say toss them after, but I feel like sometimes depending on the seasonings you're using, they're better when they're cooked at least a little bit. Like for example, so cumin is better, like the flavors get more released once it's roasted than cooked in the thing. So I'm gonna throw it on now with the salt and pepper. So let's say like 10 minutes before we take it out of the oven, we are going to put in other seasonings like Cajun, chili. We'll see. We'll see what I think. Yeah. I'm not really one to measure things out or anything, so I'll probably just throw in whatever.
Perhaps should have preheated before, huh? You're looking pretty silly.
You know what? You did the same thing for the other video. All right, our oven is preheated and we're gonna throw in our chickpeas. Now, it says to wait about 35 minutes in the oven. I might do longer. I'm gonna check them every 10 minutes to see how crispy and how cooked they are, you know. I really don't know what type of texture I'm looking for here. I just know our previous tries are the texture I'm not going for, so we'll see. Let's see. Here, we'll put 10 minutes, check on them. Supposedly altogether 35 minutes, but we'll see. Maybe we'll go longer, make it more crispy. And you could use parchment paper on your baking sheet, but I don't want to because I want them extra crispy on the outside. So just keep that in mind if you try it out. I'll see you in like 30-ish minutes. My eye's switching, can you tell? But I don't think it's doing it anymore. 10 minutes has passed. I am gonna move them around so that we get an all around crisp, not just the top and then the bottom's all soggy or whatever. These look not different at all. Oh God, it's hot. Oh, my face. Around, here we go. Oh God, my face. Flatten it out again. The curse of chickpeas. All right, doing this every 10 minutes until we see a nice brown outside, nice crispy, And then we're gonna taste one and see if we like it or maybe we'll roast it a little more. Wait for the beep again. Okay. All right. I have had these in for about 50 minutes. I checked them, and in the last 20 minutes, I also added smoked paprika, Cajun garlic powder, onion powder, and chili powder. So these are looking pretty good. As you can see, they're not as lightly colored as they were before. And I think maybe 20 minutes might be the cutoff for putting seasoning. Sorry, Bentley is bothering us right now. You have 30 minutes, Bentley. Then you can have dinner. Anyway, these can store, crunchy. These can store for about 2 weeks in an airtight container. After about 1 week, they won't be as crispy. But I'm gonna be using this airtight container I got from Amazon. And again, the texture changes after a week. They won't be as crispy. They'll feel more like the last time I made them, except it'll be later instead of almost immediately after roasting them. But that's pretty much it. Tell me, comment and tell us what you think about the video, first of all, and second of all, please make sure to let us know what type of seasonings you used. I hear ranch powder, because they make that, is amazing, I hear. So try it out, let us know how it is, and please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think, and let us know if you would like to see more videos or what kind of recipes you think would be good for a tour, and we'll do it. And hopefully that'll help somebody once this whole COVID thing is over and we can start touring again. We'll have all the healthy snacks. Thanks everyone, see you next time. I'm about to eat all these, except they're pretty hot. You hear that? Oh my god, it's so crunchy.